Hi everybody, this is the Shot Clock. We're here at Marley Sports Grill in downtown Phoenix. He's Duane, our Suns insider. I'm Mark, and we've got a lot to talk about this upcoming Suns trip, but we've got breaking news that we want to get into about the Cardinals. So we'll start the clock and talk about it. So the Cardinals fired their offensive coordinator this morning, Mike McCoy. I guess that was the worst kept secret in Phoenix. And I know you're the Suns insider and you don't get around the Cardinals much, but I wanted to talk a little bit about the concept of firing coaches and coordinators, which does happen in all sports, and how difficult that can be for a young team, especially a football team with a quarterback.
Well, first thing, if you were going to go with Josh Rosen, you should have went from the get-go.
Yeah.
And so then you could have worked his way, and McCoy and him could have built a rapport, and the offense could, okay, we're going with this guy. But then when you make the switch now you put the coordinator in the bad spot, you put the quarterback in the bad spot. And not only young players, but veterans. You know, you've got Fitzgerald, you've got older guys that, okay, we're used to this, and then you're switching it up, and now you fire the coordinator. That's going to affect everybody across the board. So this is just an example. We mentioned last year, Earl Watson gets fired after 3 games. Now you're like, we did all this work in the preseason, we did all this work in training camp, and you're blowing it up. This is the same situation, but you knew that something had to happen, and it happens all the time, as you said, but that affects everybody.
And I think the ramifications of this could go even into next year,
right?
Because I don't know if Byron Leftwich is the long-term answer at coordinator. I don't think the Cardinals have a clue, obviously, right now what their long-term is going to be. So then you could actually, Josh Rosen could come into training camp next year, theoretically, with a 3rd offensive coordinator in what, 12 months? Right,
and that's just not affecting the quarterback. It's affecting the quarterback, and he's confident, yes, and all that, but when it's a constant change, he can't get adjusted, and then he is the starter of the offense. And if he's not adjusted, the other guys are going to be out of whack too.
Well, yesterday was a terrible sports day in football for our teams in Arizona, but we're still hanging on to that one glimmer of hope, the 1-0 Phoenix Suns. Duane's about ready to go on the road with them. You're in Denver tomorrow and then on to Golden State. So we've talked a lot about Booker and we've talked a lot about Ayton. Just give us a little bit about some other things you've seen so far.
Well, first, Trevor Ariza, he's been a stabilizer throughout. I'm talking in the locker room presence. Obviously, he's knocking the 3-ball down. That's what he did in Houston, and that's why they brought it. Part of the reason they brought him in. But the other thing was leadership, and he has provided that right from the get-go. I believe he is the leader of the team right now. We know Booker's the star, Ayton's the #1 overall pick, but Trevor Ariza has been a great addition, and obviously, to me, he's been maybe more of a centerpiece than what they maybe thought they were getting from the get-go.
What do you expect in the game Saturday?
Well, just, you know, it's the first road game, so then you're not expecting to shoot as well. Obviously, in Denver, the altitude, there's a lot of things that go into play when you're playing Denver. And Denver's a very good team.
Yeah.
So they're going to play someone that's much better than what they just faced. And so the challenge is, can you still make those shots? Are you going to still get those open shots? And I like this. I'm curious to see how Booker comes back after that. He was on the ultimate high, was so focused, honed in on what he wanted to do. Now the next game. Right. And that's what the league is, the next game. Right. So can he have another great game like that, and will he be called upon to have another game like that?
I don't think I've ever seen a guy with a broken hand have a better game.
No, that was a first. That was a first.
So after Denver, then it's Golden State, and then the Lakers are here. That's a nice little gauntlet for the first part of the season.
We're going to find out a lot about Phoenix in these next 3 games.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Well, we found out a lot about the Cardinals yesterday. Unfortunately, we found out a lot about ASU.
I shouldn't be laughing.
No, it's sad, but it's sports, and that's why we keep coming back to AZ Central to see what the latest is. But for now, we're out of time on the Shot Clock. Have a great weekend, everybody.
Yo, Greg Moore here, AZ Central Sports. We're independent, and we give you blanket coverage of every team in the Valley. Get the news how you want it, when you want it. Subscribe today.